Hey folks, welcome back to the bench. Well, as you can see, I've got a couple Spektrum radios on bench, a DX6i that I just purchased because my DX6i has been having problems. Now, as you can see, gimbal's already out. I already started working on this, but what happens, I know some of the older DX6s, 6i's had this issue where the potentiometers that Spektrum used were crap, and they were failing left, right, and center, and they'd cause glitchiness or non-responsiveness. And what was happening on my radio was throttle stick. If you saw on the monitor, you'd move the throttle stick, and nothing would happen. The pointer would just stay, and then I'd turn it off, turn it back on, and it would start working, and then it wouldn't work, and so on. So my radio is probably out of warranty. Being that I'm up in Canada, to ship it back to the States, kind of cost prohibitive, really. Shipping is kind of silly. So that's why I bought this radio, so I could fly my quadcopter in the meantime. Or I was even thinking hopefully these gimbals would be the same, which the screws are different, so fortunately that wouldn't help me, but I can still use this radio. So I figured I'll pull the gimbal out and repair it myself. So here you can see the gimbal's already out, and I've already started this. I started videoing and I screwed up, so I'm kind of the head of the game here, but you can see I've opened up the pot, and what you do is you just bend these little tabs out of the way, and this kind of just sits, it sits like that, and then the tabs hold in place. So as long as you're careful, you bend those out of the way without breaking them, you'd be good to go. And you can see there's some wiper arms, and they move, and those move around on the carbon tracks on here. So my plan was to just clean these carbon tracks, hence the pencil, and clean these contacts, put it back together, and hopefully that'll solve the problem. But I may also pull the system board out of here and check to make sure that these solder joints on this back are okay. Haven't had problems with this side, just this side, just the throttle. So let's clean this up. Say the eraser works pretty good. I used to use this trick with old calculators. Buttons would quit working, and you just open up. They were like a carbon type button like this as well, or they'd use a carbon contact, and a good cleaning with a eraser. That eraser's not the best. I don't know if I have a better one out here. Oh, there she be. Old school mechanical eraser. This one will work better. Clean her off good, and then I'm going to take some alcohol and clean it as well with that, and hopefully that'll solve my problem. So I need to go find a brush or something for the alcohol, so hang tight and I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. Got some Q-tips, cotton swabs. And I've got my alcohol container here, the pump. These are handy little things to have. Got it off of eBay for like 10 bucks. And I'm just going to clean this good. This is just plain old alcohol you can get at your drugstore, isopropyl alcohol. Clean it really good. I see a few marks on there, but that should do the trick. And then I'll also clean the wiper contact on here, maybe even bend it a little bit. Yeah, pressure wise it should be, looks okay. There we go. Then we'll slap her back together and see if it works or not. Probably will work, and it'll probably flake out again. This thing really didn't look that dirty. There we go. Bend that. Bend that. Kind of a delicate procedure, but throw that back on. And then just bend these little tabs, and they fit right into notches, so you can get everything indexed right. Make sure they're nice and secure. No, so far it's only been the throttle giving me grief. These are 5K linear pots, but they're an oddball size and they're hard to find. I don't know if Spektrum did that on purpose so that couldn't fix their substandard parts or what, but in any case, now just a matter of slapping her back in, and I gotta make sure I put this the right way. Should be that way. It'd suck if it was upside down. Then I got 4 screws. Find the proper screwdriver. Very easy radio to open up. I don't think I'll be buying any more Spektrum products, so I haven't had much luck with their surface stuff. I ditched it for Futaba, and I think what I'll do if this isn't going to work, I'll get a new. See if I can get a hold of one of the Free Sky, FR Sky Tyrannus radios. Get one for a couple $100 to Canada. Yeah, made in China, blah blah blah. You should support North America, but Spektrum, I'm sorry, it's made in China stuff anyway. And everything I've read about Free Sky stuff has been good. So Spektrum won't be getting any more of my money anyhow. Okay, now I gotta get that little header which came off with the connector. Hold my tongue just right. Get her lined up. Don't really need this header on because I know which way the connector goes, but there. Plug it in like so. Put the clamshell back together, and I'll have to steal batteries out of the other radio. This radio is only $65 or $70, and I needed something to go with all my Spektrum receivers that I have. I'll just put 2 screws in for now, and then we'll power it on and see if the throttle monitor behaves. Let's pull these batteries out of this radio. These are just cheapo batteries that came with the DX6i. Good enough though. I think I left the cover in the house, but it's okay. Now, the moment of truth. I don't know if you'll be able to see. I'll zoom in. Hopefully you'll be able to see the monitor here. Put all the switches in the right spot. Go up to all the way down. Setup list. And there's a monitor section. And it'll be the top one. So there's the throttle. Looks like it's going to behave. The other ones are all good. So the real test is to try it with my quadcopter. So that's got a good battery in it already. So let me just get it set up and I'll take the camera outside and we'll see if she'll work or not. Alright, moment of truth, if my fix worked or not. Ready? See if it crashes. Can you see her?
Yep. Oh wow. You can see the propellers.
Huh?
The propellers?
Yeah, you can see they're kind of in the field of view a little bit. Ready?
Oh wow! That's flying over the garden.
Over the weed bed.
Weed bed? Oh wow!
Well, I think it's fixed. Let's see for how long. See if I can get a view of Smiles.
Looks like he's actually really close to the bench.
See it.
He's picking up good footage, right?
Dale's trying to do.
Oh, Smiles is running away. We're gonna have to order some more propellers after that incident. We only got, this is all my last good set.
Holy, this looks cool, ain't it?
Whoa, canola!
I'd say the repairs is a step
Canola, look.
now anyway.
The repair is a success. I can't say that word. Success.
Sucks. Suckers.